Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. If you're new, I'm Chanina. Hey girl, hey. So it is yucky outside today, y'all. Today is Friday. Happy Friday. I have not chit chat with you guys all week long. I've just been kind of staying to myself, and we're at the end of January, so I've been doing a couple of things to kind of close out the month as far as my virtual call center, and of course we got to get ready for taxes and all that. So this week I just took a chill and was like, well, I'm not gonna like really record or vlog or anything like that. I did put a video up yesterday morning, but it was from over the last weekend. We're about to be in the weekend again. Well, it's the weekend again, but it was from last week, towards the end of last week and some of the weekend, I believe. So it's been a minute. I hope you guys are doing well and had a wonderful week. Let's see, like I said, I didn't really record much of anything, so I'll probably just scratch that footage because it wasn't a lot. This week, only thing, let's see, I didn't really do anything out of the regular routine other than take Olivia to the dentist. She is cavity free. Yay! I love those visits. So yeah, and that was about it. Oh, I did do something else. I went to Dollar Tree yesterday. Gave myself like a little 10-minute break, and I went inside Dollar Tree because I have decided that I am going to open back up my eBay store. I have not sold anything on eBay in about maybe 3 years, I think. I'm not sure exactly, but I was in my account last night and trying to figure out like a new name for my store, because I've changed it a couple of times over the last few years, although I haven't been selling anything, because I guess I was trying to get into eBay, or was thinking I was going to get back into it, but just never did. I ended up, things happened, and y'all know I stopped working with the Arise platform, although I'm still on the platform. But y'all know my equipment upgrade issue, and then I started doing Uber, so eBay just kept falling further and further back on the plans. But with everything that is happening in the world today, y'all know, inflation and all those things, I used to talk about having multiple streams of income, and my income has changed, and I was like, well, what can I do this year in 2025 to add to what I'm already doing, right? Because I'm doing YouTube, which is kind of shaky every month. As far as the Google AdSense payout, it used to be consistent for me, but it's not consistent anymore, and that's my own fault. I'm not going to go through that whole long story, but it's okay. It doesn't really have anything to do with me as far as being consistent on YouTube and posting. It was more so a mistake that I made in my YouTube studio, which caused my revenue to change, and so it's been like just wonky ever since. So it's not consistent every month anymore. It's like I said, it's shaky. So I was like, well, I need something to step into that position, honey. So I was like, you know what, I haven't sold on eBay. I just did like this whole decluttering thing. I spent all of January kind of just getting rid of stuff here and there. I did come across a few things that I was like, oh, I wonder if this would sell on eBay, and I started getting motivated about it again, and I started going into the rabbit hole of eBay resellers online and just watching a lot of videos. And I said, you know what, I'm just gonna do it. I'm not gonna talk myself out of it anymore, or I'm not gonna come up with an excuse or a reason on why I can't or whatever. I'm just gonna do it. So I've basically been kind of like just doing research on it because it's been a minute. So, of course things have changed. The pricing and shipping has changed, all the things. So I say all that to say I've gone to the Dollar Tree because I want to start with how I want to start the same way I started last time, right? I think how I started eBay last time was feasible for me. I didn't have to have a lot of space in my apartment to store anything. Like, it, you know, it was easy. I was selling it, and then I started adding on more things later, and that was media. So books, I started doing eBay last time selling books. I ran across a donation box that had a whole lot of books just sitting outside, and I grabbed them, listed them, a lot of them sold, and I kept going from there. And I just pretty much just started selling anything that I thought would sell. And that's pretty much how I'm going to do this time. I'm going to start with like books and stuff. I could go to Goodwill. I could go to, you know, I could source at Goodwill. I could source at Dollar Tree. I could source at other thrift stores. Books are fairly cheap at those places. So, you know, it is raining, y'all, and Olivia does not have an umbrella, so I'm hoping when she come out, she just automatically spots me and just takes off running to the car. Hopefully she doesn't fall though. Anyway, so yeah, that's what I'm starting with. So I went to Dollar Tree and I did find 2 books. I'll show y'all when I get home. And then I've got a couple of clothing items that my husband can't fit anymore that I think would probably sell. Not really sure, but we're gonna try it out. But anyway, y'all, I'm just basically running my mouth telling y'all what I did this week.
Okay,
right, what color?
You're green.
All right. I messed up.
Oh.
Darn.
Nobody wins because I was trying to cover you up.
I just left out of a Dollar Tree just to look through their book section. I found 1 book. Now I'm about to go into a Goodwill. I was passing by here anyways after doing a delivery. So I'm about to just go in here and see if I can find anything that I could possibly list. I have 3 of them. It literally says $5.98.
I know.
Just come on now. You gonna get it or no?
Yes. Oh wait, no.
Yeah, wait. Alright. Thank you.
$6.50.
All right. Olivia wanted a cookie crumble. She's earned herself some money, so we spent it on this. Y'all, this thing was $6.50. But I guess it's the Oreo.
Yes.
So it's like a sandwich. It's cake with some cream in the middle, stuff on top, and then a little mini Oreo. Interesting. You happy?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we're back. I am unbagging the books that I bought yesterday at Dollar Tree. I only picked up 2. They had a lot of like Judy Blume and Creepers and what's the other one? A bunch of other books that I didn't want to get. But I did spot these 2 in there I thought were interesting. I did look them up on eBay sold items to see if anybody else was selling this book and to see if it had actually sold. Believe it or not, there were a few books that I looked up that were listed. There was a whole bunch of them listed, but none of them sold. But this one did. It sold. I think the highest one that I saw sold recently for $20 even, I think. And that included like free shipping, free returns, something like that. But the original price, let's see, where did I see it at on this one? $24.99, but it's higher in Canada. This is Instant Loss on a Budget by Brittany Williams. So hopefully that does well. And then this book, it was so odd how I found this because it was just kind of like sitting under a bunch of other books. And from the side, before I even like really read the book, I just saw the color and I was like, oh, that's probably like a kid's book or something like that. But it wasn't. It was this, a cookbook for Juneteenth and Black celebrations. Wow. Interesting. So I was like, huh, I wonder if anybody would be interested in this. Let's see, the only thing is I would probably have to peel off this Dollar Tree sticker barcode on the back in order to see what the original price was for this, because it's not anywhere on the book that I can see. Like this one has the, the original price in the bookstore on the front little flip here. This one, it's nowhere to be seen inside anywhere. So I'm just going to say that it's probably under this sticker right here. So anyways, what did I see? Did I see this one being sold on eBay? Dang, my mind just went blank. I can't remember. I think I just picked it up because it was different and I'm just going to give it a try. I don't remember did I look this one up? I don't know, y'all. Anyway, and then of course we went to Kroger yesterday and got dinner. So chicken tenders and fries, which I messed up the fries. And you say, how can you mess up the fries? Well, I had some yellow potatoes or gold potatoes, and I thought they would come out like fries if I put them in the oven, right? No, they did not. They were mushy and, girl, anyways. But, anywho's, while I was in there in clearance, I did find some polymelons. Now, I am not making my eBay store active like right away, right? My plan is to start off slowly and small. So build up a little bit of inventory to list. What I'm going to do is go ahead and create the drafts, but just not make them active so that I don't, whatever I bring in, I want to go ahead and have a draft for it already, right? Take the photos. So the thing with the photos is I need a well-lit area because I don't have one of those lights, the big lights or a ring light. So I am thinking of using this corner here in front of my desk and using that white sheet that I used for my Christmas tree, hang that up there for the background, because y'all know my walls are kind of yellowish. I don't know why they chose that color. Anyway, I digress. Put that white sheet up there, and that'll be that background. And then I have this round white table that y'all haven't seen in ages because it's in my stepson's room. So I'm gonna go in there, grab that table, and put it, like, have the have the sheet kind of falling over the table. So if I need to sit something on the table, then I can take the photo that way. Of course, I got 2 lamps. I can cut this one on, cut that one on, and it'll be brighter in here. I'm gonna try and take photos when it's daylight. How am I gonna do that? Because I work all day, girl. We're gonna work it out, okay? I'm not gonna worry myself with the things that I can't do. I'm just gonna worry about the things that I can, and so it's gonna work out. And that little setup is just gonna be until I invest more into eBay, as I begin to start making some profit from it, which I know it's probably not gonna be right away because I'm still building up supplies and things. That's why I don't want to make my store active right now, right? Because first of all, I don't even have the proper shipping supplies. I don't have any boxes. These bubble mailers, I found these on clearance for 52 cents. They only had 4 of them, so I picked them up. And this is just for, you know, if I ever need this size. It is the 10.5 inch by 15. So just in case I ever need this size. And I still have all that eBay tape that I ordered from years ago when I first started eBay, back in like 2016, I think. And I ordered all that eBay tape. I still have some rolls left. And then I have a lot of I'm not gonna say a lot. I have some of those big priority boxes, and the let me just grab them. Because y'all know I don't talk a lot, and when I do talk a lot, I start to get a little tired. My mind start drawing blanks. But anyway, I have a few of these, and I have some of these. So my plan is to invest in just some plain poly mailers and some plastic envelopes, or not envelopes. I guess those are called polys too, not the bubble polys, but just the clear ones I could just put the clothing in. Because before I was using like Ziploc bags and stuff like that, which worked, but I want to, you know, what'd you say, spice it up a little bit, you know. So that's how I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna work on getting supplies, so that's gonna be for the month of February. So I might not even really make my store active until probably like March, because I want to feel comfortable. I don't want to be stressed out. Like if something sell, I don't want to worry about, oh my gosh, I don't have nothing to pack it in, or you know, stuff like that. Now there is a change with the post office as far as location. I used to drop my stuff off in person at the mall, right? But that post office, every time I've gone in there recently, the post office is closed. So I don't know if they just did away with that location altogether, because there is another post office that's not that far away from where the one in the mall was. So, and that one has like P.O. boxes and stuff like that. The one in the mall, it didn't have P.O. boxes. All you could do was just go in there and mail your stuff. But the one that's a little bit further down has the P.O. boxes. So I'm wondering if they just decided to just keep that one and eliminate the one in the mall. Anyway, so yeah, so that's going to be the only difference with that. The one in the mall was easier to get to because I could either, when I didn't have a car, I could walk or take a bus down there. The one that's a little bit further down, walking is out of the question unless I want to walk on the highway, and I ain't doing it. So if anything ever happens with transportation, I would just have to bus it or Uber it or whatever, you know. But we'll figure that out if that ever happened. God forbid that ever happens. So that's the 2 books. And then today I found this book. I thought it was interesting because I guess I'm kind of going with like this theme of like cookbooks and like self-help type of books. When I was selling books before, they were more like novels, fiction, you know, stuff like that. And although they did sell, some of them didn't move as fast. And then I had multiples of a lot of them too, because a lot of those books I found in like this donation box. If y'all remember that, I don't know how long you guys been following me, but I had found at this donation box, it was just a bunch of old books, novels, school books, all types of stuff. And that's pretty much how I started doing eBay, is with books. And then at some point I started adding other stuff, coffee mugs, which I was looking at that today at Goodwill. I was looking at some coffee mugs. There was one thing that caught my attention while I was in there, but this is the book that I saw today at Dollar Tree. And I did see it as being sold on eBay, not for a whole lot, but every coin adds up. You know what I'm saying? Now, how am I going to do the shipping? I don't know if I'm going to list them as free shipping. I kept going back and forth with that a lot the last time. Like there was times where I would make everything free shipping, and then where I ended up basically paying for the shipping, or well, not necessarily. The buyer would pay for the shipping. It would just be added into the cost of the price of the item, you know? But I don't think I'm gonna do that this time. I don't think I'm gonna do free shipping or anything unless, I don't know. We'll just have to see, y'all. We ain't doing that right now. We're not gonna get too deep off into it, girl, because I don't want to talk myself out of it with all the details of everything. Because selling on eBay, reselling, I learned it's not easy. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like any other business. You have to start somewhere. The key is to just get started, and then you figure it out along the way. Basically, that's how I do it. How I started eBay, girl. I didn't have nobody sitting next to me like, okay, do this, do this, do that, do that. I just pretty much just watch videos, different content creators online, and that was pretty much it. But anyway, I know y'all saw me kept looking at this, right? Now, I almost didn't get this because it wasn't a yellow tag. All of the yellow tag items were 50% off today. However, when I looked at the sold items, I was like, oh, this isn't even a mug. This is a mixing bowl, and it actually comes as a set. So this is the Peanuts, Lucy Lou, and Charlie Brown Halloween mixing bowl. Is part of a, I think is it a 6 bowl set or a 3 bowl set? I found a couple of sets in the solds, but I didn't come across any bowl that was by itself. So I'm gonna see what this do. Now, I did pay full price for this, which was $1.39. I'm gonna list it, but if I find another one that's a different size, then I'm gonna, of course, change the listing and, you know, do all that, right? But I kept looking at it. I was like, Peanuts is a brand that everybody knows. A lot of people like Charlie Brown. A lot of people like Halloween. It's not scraped up. It's dusty. So all I got to do is just wash it off. It does have a little bit of, you know, at the bottom, but I mean, who's eating off the bottom of it? There's no cracks. There's no chips. And it was under $2. So, yeah, I think it's worth a try. Now, of course, that is off of my book startup plan. However, I'm not crazy. If I see something, even though I was in there looking for books, like I said, I used to sell mugs. So, of course, I stopped by the coffee mugs. And when I saw this, I was like, I'll be crazy to pass this up. It's in really good condition. And Peanuts sell on eBay, so we're gonna give that a go sooner or later. But yeah, so that is it. Just 3 books and this Peanuts. Let me show y'all. There's a couple of clothing pieces that the Hun had. Let me just bring one in here and y'all let me know. Okay, so there's a few clothing items that have a question mark on them, but these two are going to be a definite lister. These are just t-shirts, or well, one is a sweater. It's a Nautica 3XL, right? Now the thing about my husband is he's a name brand person. He'll wear whatever as long as it fits, but when he goes to shop for himself, like for example, if I shop for him, I know the brands that he like. He likes Polo, he likes Nike, he likes Jordan. He definitely like branded Philadelphia Eagle wear. So I know that, right? But like when I get like things for him, it may not be those brands and he'll wear it, but when he goes shop for himself, those are the brands that he is shopping for, right? Back in the day, he used to wear Polo. He still wears the cologne, and he wears the shirts. So he has Polo shirts, Ralph Lauren. So this is one of them. There's nothing wrong with the shirt. Doesn't have a hole in it. It's practically still new. Even still has the little dry cleaning thing on there from back in the day, but he no longer wears this size. It's a 3XL T, so for tall. So I feel like this is a good item to list. I was gonna donate it, but I was like, child, my brain got to churning, and I was like, okay, let me work with that. And then this Nautica sweater, it's in good condition too. It's not stretched out or anything like that, because he wears his clothes, but he wears his work clothes more. So a lot of his stuff is in like new condition, right? So yeah, those are two items that I'm going to list. I'm going to create drafts, take photos and all that, get my little station set up. We'll probably work on that tomorrow.